I was asked a few weeks ago on an interview, did you ever think that you were going to lose your life? And I said, I never let myself go to that place in my mind because I knew God had it. So my husband and I are vacation junkies. So this past June, we had set a date to go on our 4th cruise. In that last stop in Nassau, we had already planned to go snorkeling there. So we get out to the snorkel site, and I remember the captain saying, this whole area is just full of reef that you can snorkel. And we jumped in right away, no hesitation. And I remember kind of, looking down and observing the fish. And then I looked up, and there's JJ kind of swimming towards the boat. And I was like, uh-oh. And so I popped my head up and said, are you okay? And he said, well, and just not feeling the greatest. So he went back to the boat, and I thought, I'm just going to stay out here. And I remember just being lost in that world, staring down, and I felt a bump or a tug on my arm, like I had bumped into something. I gradually just kind of turned to my right casually just to see, what I bump into. And when I turned, I was literally face to face with a shark. He had my whole arm in his mouth, and fear just surrounded me. And I yanked my arm back instinctively, and that was when he began to thrash and fight me. And my body tried to give up, and the strength of the Lord just came up from inside of me, and it allowed me to fight. And I remember thinking, no, you are not going to take my life. I am not going to die here. His jaws opened and my arm came out. And I remember just looking at it, and it was gone. But I didn't stay in that moment. I threw off my snorkel mask and I screamed out, help me, Jesus. And that's when my husband heard me, and he screamed out, baby. And he jumped in the water, and he kind of guided me that last 10 feet. And I remember as soon as I landed in that boat, the peace of the Lord was so strong on me. It was like a thick, tangible cloud, something I have never experienced before. And I remember spotting the beach towel sticking out of our bag, and I said, baby, go get that beach towel. So he's tying it in. And I got to the port, and it had been a good 30-minute boat ride. And I was told later by several medical professionals, trauma nurses and doctors, and they all said, Tiffany, it doesn't make sense medically why you're even here, why you're alive, because you should have bled out in that boat. I didn't lose enough blood, which is just an amazing miracle. And I just think about the amazing miracle of it all. How God He moved several mountains, and He made a way when it looked like there was no hope. I even prayed in that boat just several minutes from the time the shark attacked me, that God would use this for His glory. So me being able to share it now is an answer to that prayer in that boat. He reached down from heaven and He rescued me. He drew me out of deep waters. He rescued me from my powerful enemies, from those who hated me and were too strong for me. But the Lord supported me. He rescued me because He delights in me.